The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through it. A man was there named Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was rich. He was trying to see who Jesus was, but on account of the crowd he could not, because he was short in stature. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore tree to see Jesus, because he was going to pass that way. When Jesus came to the place, he looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for I must stay at your house today." So Zacchaeus hurried down and was happy to welcome Jesus. All who saw it began to grumble and said, "He is gone to be the guest of one who is a sinner." Zacchaeus stood there and said to the Lord, "Look, half of my possessions, Lord, I will give to the poor. And if I have defrauded anyone of anything, I will pay back 4 times as much." Then Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house, because Zacchaeus too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek out and to save the lost." The Gospel of the Lord. So today, we continue in our preaching series, Insomnia, the lies that can keep you up at night. We all experience fears, which often hold us back from who we want to be or what we desire to achieve. What causes these fears? And what can we do about it? Often, our fears are based on lies or half-truths that we've come to believe. Overcoming these fears requires learning the root cause of the lie and then discovering the truth. Last week, Father John spoke about the fear of abandonment and rejection. We were reminded that even though St. Paul was abandoned by his friends, he felt the support and presence of God. As faithful disciples, we too are called to experience this support and presence, trusting that God, who is with us always, accepts us for who we are and where we are in our journey. Today, we will look, let's back up one, there we go, at the fear about money and how to overcome them as we look at the life of Zacchaeus. Although Zacchaeus was very rich, he lived alone as an outcast because his driving force was his love for money. It consumed him, yet it didn't bring him peace or fullness. Our attachment to stuff, like money and possessions, can come out of the lie that we just don't have enough. So, like Zacchaeus, this fear of not having enough money can separate us from God and from others. The 2 lies that I will address today are, first, that we think we are all alone when it comes to our finances, which can consist, causing great stress and the fear of embarrassment, admitting that we need help. And the second, that our welfare solely relies on our money and our possessions. There always seems to be the need to have more, trapping us into thinking that we never have enough. At some point, we have all had, or we will have, money fears. Fearing the loss of, or not having enough money will keep us up at night. Things like, do we have enough money for our children's education or for our health care? Can we retire? Cover the mortgage payments, go on vacation, or look after those many unexpected expenditures. Perhaps we experience having a tight budget, living paycheck to paycheck, maxed out credit cards, student loans, car payments, and the list goes on. These fears are real in our world, and they can hold us back from having a healthy relationship with God and with others. It's true. We need money. We have a duty to earn a living and to provide for ourselves and for our loved ones, but without making money the central focus of our life, for it will deter us in trusting in God. Certainly, we should not go about life carefree with a total disregard for money either. We must be diligent and responsible with our finances. God will take care of us because He loves us. And we just heard, Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for I must stay at your house today. This call resulted in Zacchaeus changing his financial approach by repenting from his greed and putting Christ before his finances. Zacchaeus realized that money isn't the source of our fulfillment, but rather the joy of giving and placing Jesus first is what brings us peace. By welcoming Christ into his life and adjusting his priorities, Zacchaeus earns his salvation. You spare all things, for they are yours, O Lord, you who love the living. The simple answer to being worry-free about money is trust. At times, money may be tight, and these moments can either be a cause for great anxiety or a cause for a greater trust and surrender to God. So when we worry, may we turn to Jesus and the saints for strength. We do this by having a strong prayer routine, by coming to Mass, by making regular use of the sacraments of reconciliation and the Eucharist. I found this prayer that I thought might help. Lord, I entrust to you my finances and my material possessions. I entrust them to your care and to your providence. Please free me from my useless anxiety and worry, and help me to keep you at the center of my life. The truth is, rich or poor, we must trust God and entrust our finances to Him. If we have much, may we thank God, asking Him to direct us in the best use of our wealth. If we have little, let us resist giving in to the lie and trust that Jesus knows our needs, and he will show us how to meet those needs. Jesus said, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring worries of its own. Today's troubles are enough for today." As we continue in our Mass as faithful disciples, looking to overcome money fears from keeping us up at night, know that you are not alone. God is with us, and he will provide. I just want to leave you with this prayer from St. Francis de Sales. Do not look forward in fear to the changes and chances of this life. Rather, look to them with full confidence that as they arise, God, to whom you belong, will in his love enable you to profit by them. He has guided you thus far in life, and he will lead you safely through all trials. And when you cannot stand it, God will bury you in his arms. Do not fear what may happen tomorrow. The same everlasting Father who cares for you today will take care of you then and every day. He will either shield you from suffering, or he will give you unfailing strength to bear it. Be at peace and put aside all anxieties, thoughts, and imaginations.